Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jim and Frank's Thursday Throwdown.
Jim, welcome to a Thursday Throwdown. How you doing?
Good. Time for another one.
Yeah, it is. It is. This week featuring Triumph,
Yes.
couple of doozies.
Yeah.
How about Just a Game? And what else do we pick? Allied Forces?
And Allied Forces.
Well, it should be. It's on my shirt. You think I would have
Yeah.
remembered that? What a dummy, man. A
1979, 1981.
right?
There's an album in
Canadian
between
trio.
these two.
And a good album at that.
Yeah.
I Progressions of Power. I just, man, I went back. I'm like you. I had Just a Game as my first Triumph album,
Yeah. Same.
and from there I went back and bought a couple of their other ones. Of course, Allied Forces in '81, and I didn't realize that they carried on quite a bit after Rick Emmett had left. They had a laundry list of band members come in and out. Phil X, I think, played with them for a while.
Oh, right.
So
I had kind of forgotten about that.
yeah, but this classic lineup is actually back together again in 2025. And they're
Wild.
they are there's a documentary out on them, and
Yes.
they're doing a short tour here and there, few shows. Just a Game. Let's start with that one.
Okay. Let's do that. 1979.
Uh-huh.
I heard him on the radio. Actually
Right.
heard American Girls. Ran out and bought that record.
Oh, American Girls, what a fun song.
Yeah.
Lay It on the Line, Hold On, great singles. It's one of those albums. It went gold here in the United States, platinum in Canada. Produced by their bass player, Mike Levine.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And
Great bass player, by the way. Underrated.
so good. So
Yeah.
good. I was going to say, did you notice that when Rick Emmett took the lead vocals, that his songs always started with a softer guitar prelude?
I probably didn't notice that.
Yeah, check it, especially on Just a Game. I was listening to that today, and like, isn't that interesting? He does a nice little sometimes acoustic, mostly electric,
Yeah.
no distortion before it kicks in, and it lends to his vocal talents. But
Uh, you know, when I was listening to that again,
Mhm.
I was trying to pick out, okay, is this Gil singing or is
Right.
this Rick singing? And Rick's voice is really kind of high.
He's got a higher pitch, yes.
And but Gil can really belt.
And
And he can hit some high stuff too.
I didn't know he was the drummer when I first was listening before I would read the credits and everything.
You didn't know the drummer was singing?
No. And I, like I said, when this came out, I think I bought it on CD, and I didn't even look at the notes or anything. I just threw it in and listened to it.
Oh, so
I
you
didn't-
got it later then.
Yes. Yeah. I got into him basically, I think, because of Greg LeBay. He was into Triumph, and he kind of showed me some of their stuff. So yeah, I didn't get into the ground floor or anything like that. But Gilmore, what a singer. Yeah, he's got a little bit more soul to his voice.
Yeah, I think so. A little more baritone, whereas Rick's kind of a natural tenor, I think.
Right. Now, Just a Game as opposed to Allied Forces, couple of instrumentals, a little minute and a half instrumentals
Yeah.
type things. And then the stunner of the album is the final song, Suitcase Blues, where it's a jazz song.
It's a complete jazz song.
Yeah, and it's good though. It is. I've complained in the past when bands do that, where they do something completely outside what you expect from them to do. But with this album, I really thought it fit because it was kind of a whimsical kind of bluesy tune, happy but not, he's all by himself out on the road type deal.
Yeah. It stylistically, this album is a little bit kind of all over.
Right.
Young Enough to Cry is a straight blues rock.
Blues, yes. And it's got that blues progression. Absolutely.
But yeah, Suitcase Blue is a straight up jazz song.
Yeah.
And I remember reading a interview with him and Guitar Player, and another person, extremely underrated.
Right.
Listen to the solo on Young Enough to Cry.
Yeah. Screams.
Gil will sing the line, and then he follows that line with the guitar, plays the melody with the guitar, follows everything he's doing before he heads into the lead. I mean, it's just so well,
very tasteful,
crafted out. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
But he talked about in this article, in this interview, he's talking about how the guy he took guitar lessons from, he's a left-hander. And he showed up at his first lesson, and his guitar instructor grabbed the guitar and turned it over the other way, and he said, "Trust me, this is going to make life easier on you down the road."
Right. Yeah.
So he learned how to play right-handed.
Uh-huh.
But he said the guy he learned from was really strict about using proper technique. And he said, so like when he plays, you watch him, his thumb's low on the back of the neck. And I remember in the article, he says, you see these guys playing, he goes, their thumb's sticking over the top of the neck like some kind of wild thing. And I was like, I better start looking at my technique.
That's funny. Yeah.
Like, I'm going to look like some unschooled idiot. Right. But most rock guys play that way.
Well, they're self-taught. That's why.
But one of the people he mentioned in the article was Joe Pass.
Okay.
And so people out there, if you don't know who Joe Pass is,
check that.
Do yourself a favor and listen to him. Jazz guitarist, one of the great jazz guitar players.
Absolutely.
And so when I hear Suitcase Blues, I kind of think of him sort of emulating Joe Pass.
There you go.
You talked about Joe Pass is known for his tone.
Right.
Like I'm telling you right now, take the time to go hunt down a little Joe Pass. You will thank yourself.
Absolutely. Now, this album, like I said, my first intro to Triumph, and you say it is kind of all over the place, but the rockers are rockers, man. They're so well produced. This is a band that I'd never seen them live other than clips,
right?
Festivals and different things, but they can lay it down.
Yeah, and great live, tight. Right. I mean, from all the clips I've seen, just fantastic. Schooled guys. Excuse me. I think it was Jerry made kind of the argument that like they never got as big as they probably could have been because they didn't have a lead singer.
Right. They didn't have a front man.
Well, not they didn't have a lead singer, but they didn't have a front man.
Right.
Right. And half their songs were sung by the drummer.
Well, how much of that do you think they were in the shadows of a band like Rush because they're a Canadian band?
Yeah. It would be interesting to find out who sold more over time.
Oh, I bet.
I would say it's probably Rush, right? I think they held their own here. But Rush are a very different kind of band, extremely progressive.
Well, I know Rush headlined in the United States, but did Triumph ever have a headlining tour, or were they always a supporting act?
I think they did.
Okay. Have to research that because I don't ever remember seeing the flyers, in the calendar section.
Maybe about the time of Allied Forces. That's kind of, I think, where they were kind of really picking up steam.
Now, Allied Forces is a pretty solid album. It is. We said Just a Game had 8 songs. Allied Forces has 9.
Yeah.
But Fight the Good Fight.
They could stretch out. They did longer songs.
Right. Fool for Your Love, of course, Magic Power, Allied Forces, and Fight the Good Fight, and Ordinary Man. This is a song that I heard on the radio also. And
all those songs were, yeah, all those songs got airplay.
Yeah.
Right. At least on rock radio.
Right. Right. And again, the Petite Etude and Air Raid, again, they have these short, interludes before their songs and whatnot. And I always thought, Rick Emmett is just getting his chops on, showing what he can do in between.
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
No,
Air Raid's not much of a piece. It's more sound effects than anything else, I think. But
right.
Petite Etude it's a beautiful little piece of music.
Yes, it is. And then the final song on that album is "Say Goodbye," and they're just a tasteful rock band.
Yes,
and we've talked in the past. The other rock bands can tend to get raunchy with their lyrics. They can tend to be a bit immature as you mature.
Discussed that earlier this evening.
Yeah. Triumph doesn't seem to do that. They sang about rock and roll, they sang about things in life, but they never went below the bar.
No. Lyrically pretty fantastic, and I would say lyrically optimistic.
There you go. Perfect way to put it. Yes.
Other than the blues, I mean, they can sing about heartache, which they do, right?
That's music.
That's part of the human condition,
right?
Fight the good fight every moment.
There you go.
Always kind of uplifting, and I personally love that.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think music should be a downer.
Doesn't have to be. I mean, there's plenty of bands that, if you want to get into that can do that. If you want to, you want to have some good rock music, and not walk away from it holding your head down, Triumph's the band for you. They really are.
Yeah. Played at the US Festival,
mm-hmm.
And when you look at that lineup, who the other bands were they were playing with,
right?
They were sort of the odd men out.
Yeah.
And I think they even said as much. Like we really didn't fit with those. I mean,
well, we
weren't Motley Crue, we weren't Van Halen, we weren't, take your pick.
Right.
Some pretty heavy bands, Judas Priest.
Right.
Like, and they weren't a metal band. They were just a straight edge hard rock band.
Exactly. Well, do you have a favorite amongst these two albums? Is there one that you tend to listen to more or favor?
Yeah. I think I'm going with Allied Forces. I think it rocks a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
Not to take away from the first, from Just a Game.
Right.
I love that record.
Yeah.
I think this one's a little more focused. I think it's a, I don't know if they were trying to have a hit or what they were trying to be a little more polished or whatever, but I think it's a little more commercially viable.
I'm right there with you. I think it's more of a complete album, more, like you say, focused and just paints a fuller picture. And Just a Game seems like a collection of good songs, whereas Allied Forces is a great album, in my opinion, of songs.
Yeah. I love the fact on Just a Game that they felt they could kind of do whatever, that they could throw a jazz song on there or blues song on there along with some hard rock songs.
Yeah.
Like an American Girls or whatever. They seem to focus more on the hard rock on this record, on Allied Forces.
Well, anybody who hasn't listened to Triumph, I beg you to check them out, because again, I think they've flown under the radar. They're a band to me like Y&T. Not everybody has heard of them.
Right.
And when you do listen to them, you will realize, oh, I have heard that on the radio. Oh, this is familiar. Oh, I do know this. That's who did that.
I remember when they were Yesterday and Today.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
And then I remember hearing Summertime Girls and going, oh, Y&T. Wow, this is really cool. And didn't realize that they already had like a handful of albums out. I mean, they had been going,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, why have I not heard these guys before?
Just a simple name change, shortened it up. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the listener? Triumph, Just a Game, or Allied Forces? Which album would you pick? We're going with Allied Forces.
If you never heard of them, tell us so.
Yeah.
yeah, just give us something.
There you go. All right, Jim. Till next time.
All right. We'll see you next Thursday.